Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with Great Artists' Bad Day. Oh, it happens so frequently. The best artists always have a difficult time with one work, including sometimes works that you think they would play very well. And today's bad day for a fine, fine artist was this. The Manfred Symphony, conducted by André Previn with the LSO. I remember getting this like it was yesterday. Oh my goodness. I was hooked on the Manfred Symphony. I didn't know what it was. You know, when you're collecting, and well, when I was collecting, because I just bought things. I just got whatever I could get. Whatever was at either Goodwill, because I was a little kid, or at the local 5 and 10 Grants had some stuff, and Corvettes had some stuff. Amazing things that you could get, for like no money. And because the classical selections were so quixotically limited. You go to a store, it was nothing but like RKO, pop music and whatever stuff. And every so often, then there was like the supermarket series that you could buy the classical recordings in your supermarket for 99 cents when you checked out. And then there was like Reader's Digest stuff. And people had no idea what any of it was. And so weird things would pop up. Like I got all the early Dvorak symphonies with Carl Shana at Goodwill. What were they doing in Milford, Connecticut? I have no clue. So there were things that would just show up. And one of the things I got was the Melodia recording of Rojdestvensky doing the Manfred Symphony. Now, this was a very heavy, somewhat sluggish performance. It wasn't terrible. It was typical Rojdestvensky, actually. That was the recording that became the theme song for the BBC, Masterpiece Theater production of Anna Karenina. But, aside from that, I recognized it like it was, because I knew it by then. But I always wanted a more exciting one. And Manfred, I found out, is one of those pieces that has yet to receive a reference recording. There are some good ones. I did a talk on it. There's some very good ones, and you can go and see which ones they are. And they really are. Some of them are quite fine, but that ultimate Manfred has yet to be recorded. Bernstein never did it. He said it was trash. So, there was that one out the window. I had wished that when he was young and really steamy and hot, Nimi Järvi would have done it. I think he would have done just a spectacular job, just flagellating the thing to death. It would have been marvelous. And so, I was collecting them. I was waiting. I was trying to find one, even when I was only like 12 or 13, but I knew there had to be better ones. And I heard the Toscanini one, and Toscanini's is exciting as hell, but he cuts it. It has cuts and reorchestrations all over the place, and I didn't want that. And then I got this one. André Previn in the London Symphony. And I was looking forward to it because André Previn was a specialist in Russian music. He did a lot of it, and he did a lot of it very, very well. You remember things like the Shostakovich 5 on RCA and the Shostakovich 8 with the LSO on EMI. And there was some really good stuff. And he did the Tchaikovsky ballets. And so I was looking forward to hearing him in Tchaikovsky. And I was really looking forward to this. So I snagged it with my hard-earned lawn mowing money or whatever I was doing in those days, selling peaches off of our tree and washing cars and anything that I could do to, make a couple bucks to spend on records. And I got this and I put it on and, it's so boring, so flat-footed. It's absolutely the least interesting Manfred Symphony ever recorded. And adding insult to injury, and this is what really gets bad, is he even tinkers with the orchestration. I mean, the chutzpah to do that when you're going to be boring. I mean, Toscanini, okay, at the end of the first movement, he adds the tam-tam, right? Here's the tam-tam. So the music goes da-da-dum, da-da-dum, bum-bum, bum-bum, bum, boom. And you've got a bass drum and timpani rolling underneath it, and it's really exciting. But there's nothing in those pauses. It's just da-da-dum, roll underneath. Da-da-dum. So what Toscanini did is da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-dum, da-dum, dum, that. Sometimes they do a tam-tam crescendo, sometimes they don't. But they add the tam-tam, which I am insulted by. It's so unnecessary because just before you get to that point, when the whole orchestra is going crazy with the Manfred thing, was screamed out by the trumpets going, ba da 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 da. I mean, that's cymbals and tam-tam together. So it's not like Tchaikovsky was unable to use the tam-tam if he wanted it. So Toscanini did that. Okay, it's fine. And some Russian people do it too. And it's all right. Previn does it. But Previn does it in the context of the most boring, uninflected, sedate, unhysterical possible version of the coda of the first movement. So what's the point? I mean, it's insulting when somebody does something, superficially additional to add trashy flash and excitement, but the performance is just boring as hell. I mean, you get positively offended. And I was, like I said, I was in my early teens. I was a little kid, and I was mortally offended by that. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. But you do hear those fake tam-tam strokes. And so you see, there's this cynical sense. I mean, I came away from it. And of course, I couldn't know for sure. I'll put this away later. I was just a little kid. You don't know whether how cynical the artists are. I really got the sense that Previn hated the piece, that it was a contractual obligation album, but he decided he was going to just juice it up to make it a little splashier, to make up for the fact that he had absolutely nothing whatsoever to say in the music. It was just horrid. So here it is. Great artist, terrible day. A disgrace of a Manfred symphony by André Previn and the London Symphony on EMI, now Warner. Avoid it like death. Just stay away at all costs. But keep on listening to everybody else. Take care, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye.